Formula V was first introduced 30 years ago by David Sheehan, who built the first of these Volkswagen-powered cars in his workshop in Wicklow. This budget class is Ireland's most popular category, with the 60 cars taking part in each event.
Well, I should be up there. There are a lot of good drivers around me, and it depends on the first couple of corners. If I get away, I'll just put my head down and go for it. But I'd say Brian and Dominic and maybe Paul Heavey coming through will be there as well. It should be a great race. I'd say it'll be very exciting for everybody, even myself.
They're Volkswagen engines and gearboxes, standard tyres. Everybody's on the same tyres, so that's all there is really.
Well, Ray Moore, the reigning British Formula V champion in his Leastone 97, is on pole position. He's one of 23 cars on today's grid. As they're about to get underway, and they get the flag, and Ray Moore makes a blistering start. But right in his shadow is Brian Harty. It's between these two, the two pre-race favourites, as they come down to Dublin corner. There's plenty of activity right behind them also, with Pádraig Owens, Enda O'Connor and Dominic Dillon all battling it out. But around the corner they go, and it's Ray Moore in first from Brian Harty, and it looks like Pádraig Owens is in third place. As they come up to the Furry Glen, well, Ray Moore, of course, the 3 times British champion and current Irish Championship leader, making history, of course, back in '96. They clinched the British Championship for the very first time in an Irish-made car, that a Leastone, made by Paul Heavey, who's also in today's race. But it's Moore who takes them through the Furry Glen. From Brian Harty and Pádraig Owens, Enda O'Connor, Matthew Dunn is also there, Dominic Dillon and Brian Melia also going through. Well, Ray Moore leads them in to the home straight once again, but Brian Harty right behind, and these two seem to have pulled away ever so slightly from the rest of the field. They're hitting 125 miles an hour coming down this straight, so really, it really is brilliant stuff to watch. Down into third gear as they take Dublin corner, it's still Moore and Harty, followed in close attendance by Owens, O'Connor and Dunn, Dominic Dillon also there. But it really is a treacherous corner. And there's a crash up the road, and Declan Quigley, one of the lucky ones to get through and off there, but luckily not too many casualties as Ray Moore goes through the Furry Glen. Brian Harty follows him, and of course the driver's getting down into second gear there, one of the more dangerous corners on this Phoenix Park circuit. But all safe through there. It's still Ray Moore as he comes around Mountjoy corner and into the home straight once again. He really is flying it down there. Brian Harty still on his tail. Really intriguing battle between the two. It's Moore from Harty. It's Ray Moore and Brian Harty. Lead them around Dublin corner again. Really is a close battle for third place between O'Connor, Owens and Dunn. Been an interesting one to see as they come into the Furry Glen once again. Ray Moore. Brian Harty tried to take him on the outside. He's not going to do so on this occasion as Moore maintains his advantage and back up into the home straight once again. Ray Moore and their drivers now out in fourth gear here, 125 miles an hour. Really is a fantastic spectacle to watch these cars. And Ray Moore, well, locks up going into that corner, but still maintains his advantage from Brian Harty. Moore forced to run a small bit wide. There's a real battle here as Finbar Murray and Andy Kavanagh duel, but it's Kavanagh who comes out the better. There's John Stapleton all the way from Kent, also having a good race today, and Paul Heavey in close attendance there, making up some remarkable room. Here's Ray Moore through the Furry Glen. And what's this? There's no sign of Brian Harty, and one can only assume that he had trouble in the chicane, but it's Ray Moore out on his own, and really now it's hard to look beyond him for a victory as he comes down the home straight under the watchful eye of Robin Rhodes, the voice of Irish motorsport. So now Ray Moore, all he has to do is keep on the track. The real battle's down the field as John Stapleton is pushed out wide, and he's gone out. Disappointment for the Kent man, and into his race surely. Well, the real battle, as I said, for third place, and it's between these three: Dominic Dillon from Ballinasloe, Pádraig Owens and Matthew Dunn. Well, Another real battle down the field. It's Stephen Kershaw, Brian Melia and Robin Parks all go through the Dublin corner. Now, Dominic Dillon and Furry Glen. He outmaneuvers Pádraig Owens and Matthew Dunn. But it's Ray Moore who looks like he's going to take this one. Emphatically, it's Ray Moore around the final corner, and he's going to take the checkered flag. It's Moore who wins. It's Enda O'Connor in second, and third place goes to Dominic Dillon. Confirmation then, Ray Moore winning on an average speed of 74.04, second Enda O'Connor, and third Dominic Dillon.
I really enjoyed it. Had a good battle with Brian for a while, and I knew if I went through the chicane, that was the key. So I lost him through there, and then I went through Dunlop Mountjoy corner very, very quickly, and I saw it.